We've become so obsessed with finding the perfect partner on social media that we forgot that relationships actually take work.
Just assumed that I would be married by now. I never even questioned it. Kids, like I talked about in my other video, not as much something that I thought about. So
It's just things that we think about. We don't put actual effort into these things, like the effort it takes you into applying for colleges, into applying for jobs. You go over the minutiae of your resume. You complain. You want these things to work out, but relationships, we never really give that type of effort. But let me know. You tell me if you think it's something that we actually want or we're just kind of too lazy about. Before we continue, like, comment, subscribe, hit that notification bell so you don't miss new uploads. Still going strong, still trying to do 2 a day. If you're watching this, then join us later tonight at 6 Central for the live stream. It's a great opportunity for us to actually get some back and forth and develop this community here. Let it continue.
much, and it's not like an expectation that I had. But I did assume that I would be married, and I always imagined that I would grow with someone in my younger adult years. I did not think that I'd be 38 and single and never having been married before. And I think a lot of people have these realizations and they don't really know what to do with it. They don't know how to be okay with that, how to accept it.
I think it's a very simple thing. How we got here is because we don't actually pay any real credence to what happens to all the generations. You look at them, you say, not me. Right? When they do try to give you advice, and I think that's rare, they do try to give you advice, you completely ignore it. You know what it's like trying to talk to someone in the younger generation. But more importantly, probably, a little more concerning is how little social media, society counsels people saying you have a finite window. We don't like to say it. We don't like to talk about it because it makes it somehow it's almost like we're cheapening women. No, we understand that we want to tell people you can do anything you want. You can be anyone you want. You can be as successful, widely successful as you deem fit. And that message is fine, but we never put the guardrails on it. Men get the guardrails, right? Men get understood. They get told, and we understand very early that there are things that you want, young man. There's things that you want in life that you're not going to be able to get. If you don't do this, you're not going to get this. That's it. That's what men get a lot of it. And if you fail to do this, you will fail at this. When I was in fourth grade, I didn't like doing my homework at all. Right? And it wasn't until my teacher pointed out to me, if you don't do your homework, you don't get to do something you really enjoy, playing dodgeball. It clicked like that for me. We all have these moments of with this weird epiphany where these things finally click and make sense. I don't see a lot of that, and this is again for my own edification. People can come in and tell me, but it doesn't seem as if we tell women these things until we let them figure it out for themselves. We let them figure out for themselves that as you get older, beauty fades and you become less desirable for men in the sexual dating market sense. You'd be better served with already having met that person. And I'm saying we all get that dating sucks. But if we had that thought experiment and saying, if you had two people left to meet, and these two people are supposed to be for you for the rest of your life, would we be so quick to simply throw it away, swipe it away, and just think there's going to be someone else? This is the danger. This is crux of the danger, and it affects men as well. But we're focusing on women, like she's saying here, that if you don't get this right, it's okay. It's okay. There's another one, and he's probably better. We come up with so many different slogans convincing women that what they're doing is fine, it's all right. That what this man won't do, another man will. If he doesn't do any of the things that you want him to do, it's fine. He's not your person. We give so many buys, so many reasons why this guy is not important. If he doesn't do what social media is now telling you that men are supposed to do, don't worry, get rid of him. Even if you're married to him, even if you guys have a family already, he does not. And this is I came across this TikTok where a woman's saying, yeah, if he doesn't wash the dishes the way you want, you should divorce him. And she extrapolated that to further down the line. This is a sign that he does not care for you. He does not value. He does not listen to what you have to say, what's going on in your life. Because we think that the next thing around the corner, that the grass is greener, that it's going to be better. But in reality, no. In reality, no one's guaranteed that happy ending. In reality, you can end up being 38 and the prospect of kids is gone, or it's a diminishing sort of return, or you just men aren't looking at you in that sort of sense. This is a conversation we don't have enough of. We don't talk to women about what happens when you age out of the game, because the game is never meant to be played indefinitely. Men age out. They just have a longer track on the back end if they do the right things. It's we have you think about it, we have the same amount of time to play this game. We just have different plays, different times when we're up. And later on in men's life, they tend to be up if they've done the right things. That's all it is. We've got more time on the back end. In the front end, well, you were front ended your value. That's really is. So we have to play to our strengths. We have to say, if I want to be married with children, then I need to play that game well. I don't get to think I have it all. The amount of people, the amount of women have been told that you can have it all. I would love to see an actual honest study, an honest sort of grouping of saying, how many of you got it all, and by what, by all, how do you define that? How do you define that? Because we're letting people essentially burn themselves out in careers that they don't like, they don't care. They have maybe their joy and passion lay somewhere else, and now they want to be moms and they try to juggle both of them, and they end up burnt out and not doing either one, not excelling in either one. Or we tell you, you want to be a mom, that's so archaic. You should be happy being by yourself. You shouldn't want a man in your house. You shouldn't want to have to worry about, be the rich aunt and just enjoy yourself, enjoy your wealth, and go about doing whatever you want. Or we tell them on the other side that no, you should be a home. You should want to do these things, but make sure he doesn't trap you financially. We're giving so many mixed messages that we don't have time to sit down and simply speak the truth. If this is what you want, then you have to dedicate your life just like you did for that job, just like you did for that college entrance exam. You have to dedicate portions of your life to succeeding in that. You have to practice for it. You have to be patient, but you have to be ready to make decisions and strike when that time arises. It's not really rocket science, which you would again need to plan for and be very attentive for. But listen, if you disagree, let me know down in the comments below. If you see videos on your screen right now, take a look at those. Let me know your thoughts about those in those videos. And if you're listening to my voice now and you have not subscribed, I think you should. We're trying to build something dope. I'll see you in the next one.